Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, the only survivor in the Air India Boeing Flight 171 that crashed into hostel on Thursday afternoon at Ahmedabad, says he quickly removes his seatbelt and runs out of the plane after the aircraft crash landed less than 59 seconds after takeoff on the ground floor of the medical students' hostel with a lock on his side, that the door of the plane got broken and opened immediately after the plane crash landed, and no wall of the building was blocking his way, unlike many others who could have escaped, but they were prevented or blocked by the wall of the hostel building that denied him the opportunity to be able to run out of the plane. And Air India, in a press statement, said the Boeing 171 is 12 years old, and the managing director and chief executive officer of Air India, Campbell Wilson, in a video press release said that only one person out of the 242 passengers and crew members on board the plane survived. This, the president and chief executive officer of Boeing, the U.S. plane, missiles and rockets manufacturer, said he has spoken with Air India, Tata Sons and Tata Group chairman, Natarajan Chandrasekaran, to offer full support, saying, "A Boeing team stands ready to support the investigation led by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau," while India Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, today paid an on-the-spot assessment visit to the crash site and the hospital where people on ground that sustained injuries, and the British national, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, who is the only survivor among the people on board the plane, are being treated. And the Prime Minister, after the visit, issued a statement to condole with the families and relatives of the dead victims, including the family and relatives of former Gujarat Chief Minister, Shri Vijay Rupani, a highly notable personality of apparent center of interest that also died in the plane crash. CCTV footage made available online by local media indicated that the plane crash landed very close to the airport in less than 59 seconds after takeoff, and the plane was still within the view of the airport CCTV camera. The only survivor, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, said the plane crash landed within 33 seconds after takeoff, with the plane lights turning green and white. He said he thought he was dead like every other person on board the plane, because he saw before his eyes the air hostesses caught in fire. The lone survivor spoke in his native language while speaking on the sickbed and answering questions from a news reporter based in Ahmedabad, and his statement is presented as translated by Sky News. The crashed Air India plane was traveling from India to London after the flight AI 171 departed Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport at 13:39 local time, 8:09 Greenwich Mean Time, and was due to touchdown at London's Gatwick Airport at 18:25 British Summer Time. According to BBC, the only survivor told local media from his hospital bed that, 30 seconds after takeoff, there was a loud noise. It all happened so quickly. His cousin, AJ Valgi, said Mr. Ramesh called his family to say he was fine, but he does not know the whereabouts of his brother, also called AJ, who was on the plane with him. The Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, which took off from the city of Ahmedabad, in western India, plowed into a residential area, hitting a hospital complex and medical student hostel. CNN reported that at least 290 people are dead after a passenger plane crashed on departure at an airport in Ahmedabad, India, health officials said. The plane, en route to London, hit a hostel for doctors when it crashed, and images show its tail protruding from the building. The death toll includes people on the plane and others on the ground, police said. Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, the 40-year-old, who was in seat 11A, came out limping after the crash and was rushed to the hospital by locals. Union Civil Aviation Minister, Ram Mohan Naidu Kinjarapu, expressed deep sorrow and stated that the nation is shaken by the horrific incident and pledged a fair and thorough investigation to uncover the cause of the crash. Union Home Minister, Amit Shah, stated that there was no chance of saving anyone after the deadly crash of Air India Flight AI 171 in Ahmedabad due to the high temperatures and large quantity of fuel on board. Hindustan Times published an image showing twisted metal, shattered walls, and remnants of Flight AI 171 buried deep inside the hostel building. These chilling images reveal the devastating impact of the Air India tragedy that claimed over 200 lives, the Indian news media stated. Air India said 169 of the 230 passengers were Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, 7 Portuguese, and 1 Canadian. BBC reports stated that Thursday's incident was the first fatal crash involving a 787 Dreamliner, first introduced in 2011. US and British investigators will travel to India, with the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, saying it will assist Indian authorities. India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, said the aircraft issued a mayday call seconds after takeoff. It lost contact with air traffic control shortly thereafter, crashing just outside the airport's perimeter. Boeing President and CEO, Kelly Ortberg, in a statement issued and made available by the Boeing Media Relations, said, "Our deepest condolences go out to the loved ones of the passengers and crew on board Air India Flight 171, as well as everyone affected in Ahmedabad. I have spoken with Air India Chairman, N. Chandrasekaran, to offer our full support, and a Boeing team stands ready to support the investigation led by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau. Boeing will defer to India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB, to provide information about Air India Flight 171, in adherence with the United Nations International Civil Aviation Organization protocol known as Annex 13, Boeing President stated. Harsh Sanghavi, India Minister of State for Home, Industries, Transport, Youth and Sports, stated on his X social media account that Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi reached Ahmedabad this morning and visited the site of the plane crash. He conducted a thorough inspection of the crash site, asking very detailed questions about each and every aspect of the incident, response efforts, and relief measures. Met with injured patients at Ahmedabad Civil Hospital, inquiring about their health, interacted with doctors and healthcare workers injured in the accident, taking stock of their condition and the patient's health. The PM held a high-level meeting in Ahmedabad, providing crucial guidance to ensure a swift and effective response. The administration is working tirelessly to provide assistance and support to the families of the passengers affected by the tragic plane crash in Ahmedabad. Arrangements have been made for relatives to stay at Circuit House and other designated locations, with transportation services available from Civil Hospital. Our medical team, including doctors, nurses, and paramedical staff, are dedicated to providing care to the injured. The DNA identification process is underway, and our police personnel are ensuring the well-being and safety of the family members. In this difficult time, the community comes together, and every individual is performing the duty with sincerity and compassion, said the minister. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was briefed by officials on the progress of rescue operations when he visited the crash site in his home state of Gujarat on Friday. Government of India Press Information Bureau, in a separate press release on Friday, stated that Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited Ahmedabad today in the wake of the tragic plane crash that claimed numerous lives. Expressing solidarity with the affected families, Shri Modi met those injured in the aftermath, including the lone survivor, and assured them of the nation's unwavering support during this difficult time. PM also chaired a review meeting at Ahmedabad Airport with top authorities to assess the ongoing relief and recovery efforts. In separate posts on X, Shri Modi stated, met those injured in the aftermath of the tragic plane crash in Ahmedabad, including the lone survivor, and assured them that we are with them and their families in this tough time. The entire nation is praying for their speedy recovery. Chaired a review meeting at Ahmedabad Airport with top authorities. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi today condoled the passing of former Gujarat Chief Minister, Shri Vijay Rupani, who tragically lost his life in the recent Ahmedabad air disaster. Shri Modi highlighted Shri Rupani's distinguished career, recalling his contributions across various roles, including his tenure in the Rajkot Municipal Corporation, as Rajya Sabha MP, Gujarat BJP President, and as a cabinet minister in the state government. In a thread post on X, Shri Modi wrote, met the family of Shri Vijay Rupani ji. It is unimaginable that Vijay is not in our midst. I've known him for decades. We worked together, shoulder to shoulder, including during some of the most challenging times. Vijay was humble and hard-working, firmly committed to the party's ideology. Rising up the ranks, he held various responsibilities in the organization and went on to serve diligently as Gujarat's Chief Minister. In every role assigned, he distinguished himself, be it in the Rajkot Municipal Corporation, as Rajya Sabha MP, as Gujarat BJP President and as Cabinet Minister in the state government. Vijay and I also worked extensively when he was Gujarat CM. He ushered in many measures that enhanced Gujarat's growth trajectory, particularly in boosting ease of living. We'll always cherish the interactions we had. My thoughts are with his family and friends in this hour of grief. Om Shanti, India Prime Minister stated.
और मेरे नज़रों के सब सामने हुआ था. मेरे खुद को भी बिलीव नहीं होता कि मैं कैसे उसमें से जिंदा बाहर निकला, क्योंकि थोड़ा टाइम लिए कि तो मेरे को लगा था कि मैं भी मरने वाला हूँ, लेकिन जब मेरी आँख खुल के मैं देखा ना तो मुझे लगा मैं जिंदा हूँ. तो मैंने ट्राई किया, जब मेरी सीट थे वो मेरी बेल्ट निकाला, मैंने वो ट्राई किया जहाँ से निकल सकता वहाँ से, तो मैं निकल गया वहाँ से. मेरे नज़रों के सामने एयर होस्टल और दूसरे आंटी अंकल सभी उसमें मिस हो गए थे सभी.
अच्छा, थोड़ा सा बता पाए, जब जैसे ही टेक ऑफ हुई फ्लाइट, क्या हुआ था और अचानक से कैसे हादसा हुआ?
टेक ऑफ के बाद 1 मिनट के अंदर ही जब टेक ऑफ हुआ ना तो सडनली 5-10 सेकंड कैसे लगा जैसे स्टक हो गया वो. बाद में से मेरे को लगा कि कुछ हुआ. बाद में प्लेन में लाइट ऑन हो गई, ग्रीन और वाइट. बाद में वो पता नहीं वो प्लेन टेक ऑफ ज्यादा करने के लिए वो रेस तो बोलते हैं क्या, रेस दिया होगा ऐसा कुछ, और सीधा स्पीड में ही घुस गया जहाँ वो क्या था वो
हॉस्टल था एक हॉस्पिटल का.
हाँ, हॉस्टल में. और सब सामने सब हुआ.
ये जब फ्लाइट जब क्रैश हुई उस समय हॉस्टल पे लैंड की थी, उसी समय आप बाहर निकले थे?
नहीं, क्योंकि आई थिंक मेरे को जब मैं जो साइड पे था ना, वो साइड हॉस्टल पे नहीं लैंड हुई थी. हॉस्टल के जो ग्राउंड फ्लोर है ना जैसे नीचे, वहाँ लैंड हुई थी. तो मुझे दूसरे के बारे में मेरे को पता नहीं, लेकिन मैं जहाँ लैंड हुआ था ना वो नीचे की साइड थी. तो जब वहाँ थोड़ा पेस भी था प्लेन के जब बाहर, तो जब जैसे मेरा डोर टूटा ना सब, तो मैंने देखा ना जब सामने कि थोड़ा इधर पेस है, तो मैं ट्राई कर सकता हूँ निकलने के लिए. तो मैंने ट्राई किया निकलने के लिए, तो फिर मैं निकल गया उधर, क्योंकि अपोजिट साइड पे था ना वो बिल्डिंग का वो था ना दीवार, तो उधर से कोई शायद नहीं निकल सका होगा, क्योंकि उधर पूरा उधर ही क्रैश हुआ था. मैं जो जहाँ था वहाँ थोड़ा पेस था. फिर भी मेरे पता नहीं मैं कैसे बचा हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे नज़र के सामने ही सब 2 एयर होस्टल वो अंकल आंटी सब उधर ही सब.
आप पैदल चल के आए वहाँ से निकल के?
हाँ. और थोड़ा जब आग लगी ना मेरा लेफ्ट हैंड भी जल गया थोड़ा. फिर एम्बुलेंस मेरे को उठा लेके इधर आया हॉस्पिटल में.
Forces One Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.